The smirk came first. Slow, lazy, like he already knew how this would end. When she said, "I'm not your servant," the room went quiet for half a beat, and then he smiled wider, leaning back in his chair like a king amused by a peasant who forgot her place. That was the moment something in me snapped. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a clean, cold click, because I already knew what he didn't. I had the perfect response, and it was going to ruin him. My wife had just started that job 3 months earlier. New team, new office, same old story. She worked harder than anyone there, stayed late, fixed other people's mistakes, and still got talked down like she was lucky to be in the room, especially by him, Greg, the kind of guy who called grown women sweetheart and delegated his own work like it was beneath him. That night, she came home quiet. Too quiet. She didn't complain at first, just kicked off her shoes, stared at the wall, and said, "He asked me to get his lunch." Again. I told her she didn't have to. She nodded. Then she added, "I told him I'm not your servant." That's when her voice cracked. He just smirked. I asked what he said. She shook her head. He didn't have to say anything. Everyone saw it. No one backed me up. I didn't promise revenge. I didn't need to. I just listened. And later, when she was asleep, I opened my laptop. You see, Greg had a reputation. Loud confidence. Untouchable energy. The kind of guy management trusted, which meant no one ever checked his work closely. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 was assuming I wouldn't. Over the next 2 weeks, I learned everything. I didn't hack. I didn't spy. I just paid attention. Public reports. Internal presentations he bragged about. Numbers that didn't quite add up unless you knew where to look. And I did, because this was my world too. Different company, same industry, same rules. The opportunity came sooner than I expected. The department scheduled a big quarterly review. Executives flying in. Careers on the line kind of meeting. Greg was leading it. My wife was told support, which meant fixing his slides while he took the credit. The night before the presentation, she hesitated at the door. "He wants me to print extra copies," she said. "Color. Last minute." I smiled. Did he now? She didn't see what I did next. She didn't need to. The morning of the review, the room was packed. Greg stood tall, confident, clicking through slides like a man who thought gravity worked just for him. Then someone asked a question, a simple one, about projections. Greg answered smoothly. Too smoothly. The executive frowned. "That's not what I'm seeing here." Silence. The kind that makes your ears ring. Greg laughed. "Must be a formatting issue." "No," the executive said, flipping a page. "These numbers are wrong." They weren't wrong. They were his. Exactly as submitted. Exactly as printed. Exactly as archived. What followed wasn't yelling. It was worse. Calm questions. Follow-ups. Cross-checks. Greg's confidence leaked out of him in real time. Someone asked who prepared the data. He pointed without thinking. She did. My wife felt every I turned toward her. And that's when I stood up. I'd been invited as an external consultant. Different badge. Same room. Actually, I said voice steady. She flagged those discrepancies weeks ago. I have the emails. I looked straight at Greg. "You told her not to worry about it." The smirk was gone. Completely. Like it had never existed. The executives asked to see the emails. HR asked to see the emails. Legal asked to see the emails. I had everything ready. Time-stamped. Organized. Unemotional. By the end of the day, Greg was escorted out pending investigation. By the end of the week, he was gone. No farewell email. No LinkedIn post. Just silence. That night, my wife looked at me like she was seeing me for the first time. "You didn't humiliate him," she said softly. "No," I replied. "He did that himself." She smiled. Not small. Not careful. Free. And that smirk? I never saw it again.